Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ella Chilaka, the Ohema Abana of the Asante Kingdom and the whole of Ghana. Do well to subscribe to this channel if you like my kind of videos, please. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post anything, you will be the first to get notified. And please do me the favor, like this video and don't forget to watch it to the end. Most importantly, don't skip those ads because that's what's paying the bills here. Anyway, so please guys, a lot of things are going on right now in Ghana and I don't feel happy about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like the way we are going with this whole Nigerian Ghana thing. I don't like it. It has gone beyond cruise, online banter cruise. It has gone beyond that. It has entered another thing and we need to talk about it before it gets out of hand. Charlie, these are two brothers. Forget what we say, oh, Cameroon is Nigerians brothers. What is it called? Ghana is not their brother. Togo and Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire are our brothers. Those are francophones. You both are the closest to each other when it comes to the Anglophone countries in West Africa. The earlier both of you understand that you are siblings and act like one, the better for you. We know that a lot of mistakes have been made in the past and we cannot keep recycling it. The world is evolving. We need to come out of this whole blame games and conflict resolution patterns. We need to embrace peace and find out how best to collaborate instead of compete to find a solution to the long problems that we've had so that our children will not grow up facing the same thing we are facing right now. A lot of people are not going to like this video, but it's fine. I don't like using sentiments when I want to face reality. I say it how I feel. This whole thing is getting out of hand, and we need to sit back and find out how best to resolve it. I learned some people flaunt to rent shops for Nigerians as Ghanaians. Why are those not being talked about? I always said this thing long time that if there are no enablers, there won't be criminals. If somebody from inside is not helping anybody to break the law, they would not do it easily. So why has it been allowed for a long time? And then all of a sudden we remember there is a law. How does this even work? Because it always confuses me. Why was it being allowed before? Why is it that from the onset you can't set these rules, set these boundaries, so that when the people now cross it, you prosecute accordingly? Why do we relax and make them feel it's okay, oh, you're welcome, and then boom, when they are comfortable and years later we remember it's against the law? Why is it happening like that? I don't understand, and I wish somebody can explain to me in the comment section. Because if there is law that is, before you even rent a shop, it will be written in an agreement given to you that your shop, you're not supposed to do so and so. You're not allowed to sell so and so. You're not allowed to retail. You can only do wholesales in the shop you're renting. They read through it, and then if it's okay with them, they rent it. If it's not okay with them, they leave it, right? But no, we are more interested in taking the money, not minding what they want to do there. And then even the ones that maybe use the Ghanaians they flaunt the Ghanaians to rent it for them. Why are the Ghanaians enabling them? Why are they taking money from them to flaunt to rent houses, shops for them? And then at the end of the day, it becomes a problem. Why are we not talking about the Ghanaians that are enabling these things? Both the people fronting to rent on their behalf and the people collecting money from them, because you cannot tell me that all the Nigerian shops in the whole market, they don't rent directly. It's only Ghanaians. So someone in an office is also benefiting from these things. So why do we not blame the people that are enabling these things also? Why are we blaming only the foreigners? I saw one woman one time made a video recording one Niger man selling, is it beans or tiger nuts on a wheelbarrow, that they should go, that he doesn't shower, they smell, they take him, the customers, this one, that one. Niger, what do we really want? This is not just about Nigerians. My Ghanaians, if everybody leaves, you're not going to buy your market by yourself. You're not going to sell your market by yourself. You can't, nobody they buy from only by himself. You can't sell to yourself and buy from yourself. It's not done anywhere. We need to actually find a way to resolve things, check and balance, make it to work out for both foreigners and citizens. We should not always focus on go, 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 go. If everybody leaves, how are you going to enjoy the markets? We need to find proper ways to address these things. Making your fellow adult feel like a small child because of what exactly? There are ways to approach things. I was watching this video of the guy that was recording them and they seized his phone. You seized your fellow man's phone. You were recording him and then he was recording what was going on. You seized his phone. What happened to saying, oh, it's not allowed, don't record, or delete what you just recorded? You just grab the phone, seize it, come to the office. Why? Why? You're dealing with your fellow adult. There is an approach that you can use to resolve certain things without making it look like there is something else. Nigerians, they are selling cheap prices, according to what I'm hearing. And then the Ghanaian prices are higher. The Ghanaians are saying that the port duties or whatever is expensive. That is why they are selling higher prices. Even though they still say the Nigerians supply to them. You say Nigerians supply to you on wholesale and then they go ahead to sell retail on a cheaper price. The same you said the port duty or port payment or tax is high. That's why you are selling high price. So which one are we going to take and how do we resolve the matter? Now, instead of protesting for the high port price to be cut down so that everybody can benefit from it, you are rather protesting for the foreigners to leave. Why? They are saying, oh, the law is against retail, no foreigner is allowed to do retail business in Ghana. But why have foreigners been doing retail businesses in Ghana if it's not allowed, if it's against the law? It's simple. A lot of Ghanaians don't obey the law. They don't go by the law. They remember the law when it best suits them. That is the unfortunate truth. It took me to get to the rent control office to realize that the law in Ghana says that you don't take more than 3 months rent advance from a tenant as a landlord. As a shop, you don't take rent less than more than 6 months from anybody as a landlord or a shop owner. But how many Ghanaians remember this law? How many Ghanaians are going by this law? How many Ghanaians are following this law? How many landlords in Ghana can rent a house for you for just 3 months or 6 months? Let me know in the comment section if you have ever rented your apartment to anybody, any tenant at all, whether your fellow Ghanaian or a foreigner, for 3 months advance or 6 months. Let me know in the comment section. If you have ever rented a house as a tenant for 3 months in Ghana, let me know in the comment section. We want to remember the law when we want to use it to suit ourselves. Why? I was shocked when I saw that. The law says 3 months, shop 6 months. I heard it from the rent control department, go. And I was shocked. I couldn't believe my ears. How many people are obeying these rules? They set these high rents and then they put it 1 year. 1 year cries with a beg. 1.5 years, 2 years. As if it's easy. My first time in Ghana, I rented my first apartment. 3 years advance payment. Some landlords know they take less than 3 years or 2 years. Meanwhile, the law says 3 months. So what do we have to say about that? We are not even obeying the law ourselves, but we expect foreigners to obey the law. It's the same we that are taking money from them and renting shops to them, allowing them to do the business, taking money from them. Because if it's against the law, why was it allowed in the first place? That's always my question. And I'm not going to be surprised if someone comes here to make excuse for that. It is very simple. Set these them rules so that anybody that breaks it will know how to tackle it. You don't let people do these things thinking it's okay. And then at the end of the day, when years later, when one propaganda kicks in, then everybody will remember that, oh, they are breaking the law. It's not done anywhere. You don't enable the law breaking and then kick against it. These are people that are paying rents, paying taxes. They are not, I'm not sure, if the shops were being locked because they are owing rents, I will understand that. If the shops are being locked because they are owing the taxes, they are not paying, I will understand that. But the shops are being locked because they are invading. They said they are invading the markets. They are not allowed to do retails. They are not supposed to do retails. So who allowed them in the first place? I was watching the video. He said they are supposed to just come and supply to Ghanaians and go. Why? So how about you understand that, okay, a win-win for both of us. This is the rule now. Let's do it this way so that everybody can benefit. As a foreigner, you are not allowed to sell less than so amount. And then let there be a fixed price for items, everything. Fixed price for Ghanaians. Then you tell the foreigners that you are not allowed to sell less than so amount of the products or the goods, whatever. That way, if they fail to do that, then you can prosecute, lock the shops, and knowing that yes, they've gone against your agreement. How do you expect someone to suffer, import goods? Do they manufacture motorbikes in Nigeria? Somebody imports goods in the country, pays transportation, logistics, feeding, everything comes to supply to you on wholesale price and go. How does it even sound now? How would they check this kind of thing? So how are they supposed to make their own gain if they just suffer this whole thing? Come and supply to you on wholesale price and go, and hey, haba. So in that case, then Nigerians should just stop bringing in goods to Ghana. Since the ECOWAS trade something, I think is not favoring a lot of people, so they should stop doing the inter-country business. Ghanaians should be importing directly from maybe China or Japan or any of the countries where the same Nigerians are buying from. Ghanaians should import directly from those countries so that when they put their high price, it's going to be understandable. You don't buy from these people and put very high price like you are importing it and then use the port too as excuse. If you go to the China mall, whatever they open, the same people from the markets go to China mall and pack everything, go to their shops in the market, put it on a very high price like they are importing it themselves. We don't like ourselves. Africa, we don't like each other. We're always looking for a way to take from each other. This has nothing to do with just Ghanaians. Nigerians do it too. They're always looking for a way to eat your own. Like they don't understand, okay, balance. They don't understand being considerate. Okay, this is my brother. Okay, let's do this business in a way to favor both of us. No. They don't understand that. They're always trying to look for a way to form smarty and take from you. It's not fair. We need to start loving each other. I said the other time that no, we don't love each other. It's only people that lack love in their hearts that will be clamoring for division. Somebody came to ask me, do I mean that they don't have love? You don't have love, my darling. If you have love in your heart, there are ways to approach situations. There are things to consider. when dealing with each other. Somebody was saying, oh, let them lock it, let them go. They did this and that to cane weavers in Nigeria, Ghanaian cane weavers in Nigeria. And I just asked myself, how are the both situations the same? Because I am not sure these Nigerians that they are locking their shops are illegally staying in Ghana. And I think from what I also read, there is a certain amount of money you can pay as a foreigner before you can sell in Ghana as a Nigerian. So if they paid these dues and they have their Ghana card, they are documented in the country and they are renting a shop, paying taxes, you don't compare it with what happened with the cane weavers in Nigeria, in Lagos. It sure me die say if those cane weavers were legally documented in Nigeria, there is no how those people will bully them. Not supporting what the Nigerians are doing, because I'm preaching the same thing here. They should have been considerate enough, knowing that these people are also our brothers. They are supposed to also gain. Let's let them also display where we are displaying. But no, from that same video of 2 years ago, I realized that the cane weavers, they are not allowed to display their goods outside that same place, but they can do it elsewhere. So what happened to producing your thing here, right there, and distributing it to other states? Nigeria has over 30-something states. Why does it have to be, since I can't display it here that you people are displaying it, let me just be behind the scene and be manufacturing and just be selling to you people to go and be selling? Why? Are you trying to tell me that if that is a Nigerian in Ghana with such option, that the Nigerian will not hustle to even go Kumasi, Tamale, open different branches to display the items instead of selling it to you and not making any money? And it's not as if they made them to be weaving the thing free. The only problem there was that they were not making enough money that they would have made if they were displaying it outside. But why must you display at the same place if they said, okay, these people feel threatened with your talent, you do your own, you deliver faster and you sell cheaper, right? So why can't you go and display other places? That spirit, that hunger. Now, Ghanaians are laid back. I'm sorry, but when it comes to hustling, you cannot compare. No, Nigerians are hungry. They don't mind inconveniencing themselves to make more profits. But Ghanaians, I beg, make I manage this, so I don't get strength. That is the attitude of the approach to business when it comes to Ghanaians. They are so relaxed and laid back. That one is not a new news. And no, I don't mean to disrespect anybody. It's a natural thing, because why didn't they complain? Are you trying to tell me that if they are legally documented in Nigeria, they will let that slide? And if they are really hungry, they will not go and report so that the authorities will look into the matter? And if they're really hungry, they wouldn't have gone to... Lagos is big. So when they think about finish this thing, carry it and go and make your money sharp in VI. Go and make your money sharp in Ikorodu and come back and weave again. Take orders. Hustle. As somebody that is hungry. But no, they rather decided to take what was given to them and to stay indoors and be manufacturing for these people. The man that was interviewed, I think the chairman of the cane weavers, something made it clear that they were not allowed to display here, but they can display anywhere around the country, even the Lagos. He mentioned other places that they can go there. Some people chose to rather leave instead of... why wouldn't I even take advantage of locations where there are no competitions? Why must I even display where everybody is displaying? Because the money I go make for here, go reach. If I see, okay, all the whole of Spintex, flower pots, and then if you go to Achimota, you go to Ouija, nothing like flower pots. Why would I want to still go and open a flower pot shop or display where they are displaying other flower pots on Spintex, when I can take advantage of the fact that people from Achimota, Kaswa, Ouija would rather prefer to buy from me if I open a flower shop there? So if I open a flower pot shop there and I put a high price, if they check the stress, the traffic, the money they go spend for transportation to come all the way to Spintex to buy am cheap, they go just buy from me there and go back house. That is business. But they chose to stay inside and be making for these people, collect the small one wey they bring. And if they are legally documented, why didn't they make a report so that it will be looked into? That video was made 2 years ago. That interview was made 2 years ago. Why did we not hear anything about it? As I sit down here right now, there is limit to the kind of bully anybody, not any kind of bully at all. Nobody can bully me here. Because I know that I am documented, so I can easily go to any of the authorities and make my report. If something is going on right now, somebody is doing something, I can easily go to the police boldly and make a report because I am documented in Ghana, right? There is limit to what I can take because I'm documented. But as somebody that is not documented, I beg, I don't want wahala. Anything that will make me to make any report, they will not come and start asking plenty questions and put me for trouble. I rather hide. So whatever you say is okay. That is the part where nobody wants to look at. They didn't chase them away from the don't manufacture. And they too, knowing that you have this talent, you're the one manufacturing this thing, you're the producer, man, you're supposed to be calling the shots. Okay, if I can't display here, then me, I no go make. You relocate, move. You live there and go to somewhere that you can be the king of that craft. Somewhere there is less competition, knowing fully well that these ones are buying from you to go and sell to their customers. Then you go where you can be manufacturing and be the seller at the same time and make this thing a simple business mindset now. What is the big deal there? So I'm trying to, why I'm talking about this, when I saw this video, I decided not to make a video about it because everybody knows in my own opinion, they too sound good for ear. Because as a business person, I do not understand why I would allow you for something where they produce too. And the law says we can do anything with our businesses, right? I don't know why I will allow you to bully me into silence and the manager for how many years? 30 something years are they? Why? No. I don't blame the Nigerians. I'm blaming the Ghanaians that are accepting that. You don't accept such. If you're legally documented in the country, you make a report and have it followed up. It's not fair. But because of maybe they are legally documented, do they have the Nigerian passports or the valid Ghana passport? Do they have the Nigerian national ID for foreigners? Even the people that have been interviewing them, I've been expecting them to ask these questions. Do you have a legal document in Nigeria? Even the man that was interviewed at the office, he mentioned it. A lot of them kept quiet because they know that they were illegally staying in Nigeria. So it will make out a big deal. So they rather, accept the bully and stay like that. If at the end of the day, you go ask me which work I do, I could boldly talk, say, this is what I do for a living. Okay, where do you stay? This is where my address. Where is your ID card? I show you my Ghana card. I show you my valid passport. We talk. But because I don't have any ID, anybody will come here now, I want to make sure, I beg, no talk loud, make even neighbor no hear. Make police no come. You go dey shake, you go dey walk on eggshell because you're illegally staying there. I don't know why a lot of Africans have issues when it comes to getting documented anywhere you go. It saves you a lot of things. It saves you from a lot of stress. A lot of Nigerians, a lot of Ghanaians, in fact, I feel like Africans have a problem with that. If they even manage to get that first one, if it expires, renewing is a problem. They don't think it's necessary. Why? Alliance Kineko, Nigeria must go, Ghana must go. It's still boiled down to illegal immigrants, Abi. So how come we still haven't learned from these things and at least learn to be legalized in the country you are residing? Have the proper documents. If anything, you have something to show that yes, this is why the country should be accountable for whatever is going on. A lot of Nigerians don't want to get documented. They just prefer rather to go through they don't even have national ID card in Nigeria. How much more passport? But they are going to other countries without documentation. How do these people cope? How do they expect, okay, if anything happens to you, how is anybody going to know where you're from, who to contact? I don't know. I don't know why we Africans, a lot of us think documentation is not important. Why do they take these things for granted? And when certain things happen, we cry wolf. No. The Nigerians were being unnecessarily wicked by and inconsiderate. They forget that these are our brothers. We can't say, Charlie, the market is big. There is no how your customers will be buying. If somebody, are they selfish? There is no how I go dey threatened with your price. Charlie, my packaging and presentation, my price dey higher, but people go still leave that your cheap own, come buy from me. It's all about how you package yourself, how you present your market. That is how you treat your customers. That is what will make them come back. It's not just about the price all the time. If somebody is selling selling the same fish you're selling for 20 Ghana cedis and the packaging is dirty, everything, and I'm selling it for 80 cedis with very clean package and nice advertisement and all that, a lot of people will leave that cheap one and buy from me. It's a very simple business strategy a lot of people lack. So it's not always just about the price. How do you make efforts to convince your customer to buy from you? And it's not every offer that you take. Personally, it's not every patronage that I accept to. Customer is always right. It's not for me, Charlie. I am the one selling. My mental health is important. If I say your patronage go stress me, you go carry your money, go elsewhere. So why were they enabling the Nigerians that we are giving you this option? Now they produce what they need. You're supposed to call the damn shots. Okay, now you negotiate. Well, if you cannot do it like this, then you go try the manufacturer by yourself. You see that they will sit down and rethink, and both of you will now arrive at a balanced state. But no, you kept quiet because you don't want issues. And why don't you want issues? Because I'm not sure there were documents. That is the importance. And then that is the difference. I'm not supporting what the Nigerians did. I'm mentioning this because a lot of people are saying, oh, this is what they did to Ken Weavers in Nigeria. Those are productions. Those are producers. These ones are not producing the things they are selling here. There's a big difference. We can't just compare both, please. The motor parts, they import those things. They are not the ones producing them in Ghana. So they're not spending, they're only buying materials from the Ken weaving market, right? They buy the materials and they produce in the same Nigeria. They're not importing the materials they are using. They're not importing the materials. They're buying the materials from the Nigerian market there. They're producing it there. There is a difference. There is a difference, so. And then they tolerated that. They made that choice. They had the option of display elsewhere, which, of course, to me, I would have preferred. As a business person, I would prefer go where competition no day, so that it be me go set them up there. But no. They just want to display it. If you can't display it, let me be inside and be taking the small one that you're paying for the manufacturing. Business is not done like that. I think a lot of Ghanaians need to really go back to studying how to do business. In fact, if I were them, they would collaborate from Nigerians and learn from them how they are doing business. When it comes to business mindset, please, they need to collaborate with Nigerians, not to be chasing them. If I were you, I would rather bring them closer and learn their strategies and implement it. Okay, where are they buying from? I buy from there. How are they bringing it in? I bring it in like that. Since I know one protest say pot money too much, I am rather kicking against other people selling in my market. How could they check some kind things we they do? I beg. The Nigerians, Biko, is important. Anywhere you go, Learn to go to the authorities. Go to the authorities. Go. Find out everything you need to know. If I don't even search Google, don't listen to your neighbor. Don't listen to another person that has already had a shop. Don't listen to a Chinese or a Lebanese running the same business. Go to the authorities. Tell them, this is what I want to do. Please, what are the necessary steps? What are your rules and regulations? What do I need to do? What do I not need to do? Let me know. Let them list them out to you. In fact, written agreements before you register any company or any business. Before you start any business or register any business, you go through the right authorities and have your right documentations, so that if anything, sure, this, Ghana law said, but this is from the authority. Then let them contact the government that allowed you. But a lot of people like shortcuts. I like to do shortcuts. You want to go through my neighbor said he just paid the rent and bring in your goods, you're good to go. That's how my neighbor has been doing it. You go and do it too. Forgetting that Bami Isha Monica, Ishimuna Monica Wolf. All I'm saying is, if you are saying they should make the same hairstyle that they made for Monica, the shape of your head and Monica head and your face and Monica face, are they the same? This is important. All these things are teaching a lot of people a lot of lessons. And investors are watching. That's the disadvantage of this thing we're doing in Ghana right now. We think we're chasing Nigerians, but we are scaring investors as well. It's not cool. We can approach this whole thing differently and get a good result, a balanced result that will favor everybody. We can do this thing together and everybody will be happy. It's not just Nigerians that are watching or investing in Ghana. There are lots of investors. We don't have to do this. This is not the proper way to do it, my darlings. We can approach this thing differently and get a good result. Let me know what you think about this whole thing in the comment section. What I laid is my own opinion, so feel free to lay your own respectfully, of course. Me, I'm drinking my pame from a brie. Let me sip holy water. Hey, Ghana. Asemo. Anyway, please, if you're new here, Akwaba, have you subscribed to this channel yet? And I hope you like this video already. And to my already subscribed viewers, my sweethearts, my OGs, you know I love you, right? Thanks for always watching what I put out. And guys, please let me know what you think about this whole thing going on right now in Ghana, and what you think can be done to resolve it, to arrive at a more balanced stage where both foreigners and Ghanaians would, benefit from the intertrading thing. Just let me know your opinion. Without sentiments, of course. Let's leave sentiments aside and face reality, at least for once, right? And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.